In this video, we're going to cover how to use the CCP3, the care pack. First thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to pull up a specific pack. By typing in CP and then the accent mark after it right here, the accent mark is typically located by the number 1 key at the top left-hand corner of your keyboard. Some keyboards are different. They have it down near the space bar on the right-hand side of the space bar, but it is not the apostrophe, which is beside the enter key. It's usually, again, like I said, it's going to be close to the number 1 key. To pull up a pack, I'm simply going to type in the pack letters. For example, CP for care pack, and then the accent mark, and hit the search button. Now, several things come up. Now we have a whole list of things that were not in the matrix before that we can choose from. There's a lot of things here, so if I want to isolate a specific set of items, I can do this by alphabetical order, by putting a space after the accent mark, putting another accent mark, and putting the first letter, for example, P, and then hitting search. Now it shows parasites, pericardium, phlegm, protozoa, parasites, Wu-Ji, possession, everything in this pack that has the letter P. Some packs have similar letters. This was done for a specific reason. Many packs can overlap using the specific letters. For example, you see CP, parasites. This means care pack, the original care pack, and parasites. The next one is ECP, or expanded care pack, pericardium. As we go up, we see SCP, which means the spiritual care pack. But all of these are essentially the care pack. They've just been expanded and elaborated on several times. If I wanted to isolate the original care pack, I can simply come over here and put a space in front of CP. This tells the computer that it doesn't want anything with an E or an S in front of the CP, just the original pack. Now when I hit search, it pulls up only CP and then words in the pack that start with the letter P. I can change this letter to T, for example, and that shows me everything with T. Or I can simply erase the last letter and view the whole pack in its original entirety. You notice here that there's something called an ultra combination. Every pack that I wrote has an ultra combination for it. These packs use the ultra combinations to perform specific functions. Some ultra combinations run whole sections of the pack. Some ultra combinations run the whole pack. These ultra combinations do specific things, such as the bottom 2,000 items on the main test page. So this would be used for chronic issues. To pull up any ultra combination in any pack, simply type in the pack letters, in this case CP, accent, space accent, and type in the word ultra. In doing this, it will bring up and isolate any ultra combinations that might be in that pack. Some packs have many ultra combinations, some packs only have one. It really depends on the size of the pack. Let's try to pull up something different. We'll do YP, accent, for the yoga pack. The yoga pack has quite a few yoga postures in it, and many of the names may be unfamiliar to you. The computer always recommends at some point in time to do yoga postures. Well, now it can recommend specific yoga postures thanks to the expansion. But we may not be familiar with these postures, and so perhaps I would say run them all. So to do that, I would put another space and then an accent mark and type in the word Ultra. So I have YP for Yoga Pack, accent, space accent, Ultra, and I click search, and it will pull up the one and only Ultra combination for the Yoga Pack, Ultra Combination 43. And it will give the frequency of every line item in that pack. Any pack can be done the same way. For example, the DMK or the DMOC pack, DMK accent mark, I hit search. Now here's the DMK or the DMOC pack. There's lots of frequencies for emergency treatments and injuries, pains, aches. This is kind of a martial arts pack. It has formulas for certain wines and things that we use in martial arts for strengthening and conditioning. You also see here that there's an Ultra combination for all herbal packs, and that it's coded with DMK. And so it actually doesn't belong in this pack, but it does have a link to it. So it does pop up when this pack, this is a Ultra combination that runs several different packs. It runs the Chinese medical pack formulas. It runs the nutritional restoration pack. It runs the traditional Chinese medical formula expanded pack and the DMOC pack. And if you don't know what the encoding means, it tells you out here on the end. So it's all very simple. It's just a matter of becoming more confident in your navigating skill. Now, if I wanted to pull up a specific word, for example, in this pack, there's lots of things that have to do with bleeding or stopping bleeding. And maybe that's my particular problem, is I have some type of either internal injury, or I've got some kind of internal bleeding going on, or the client's got some kind of internal bleeding going on. And I want to pull up a care pack frequency that has bleeding in it. I will type in accent mark bleeding. And so notice this time the accent mark goes at the beginning of the word. That's the difference between pulling up a pack and pulling up a word. Now I hit search, and everything. Notice here we have the MTG pack, we have the hormone pack, we have the Qigong pack, the Breath of God pack, cosmetic pack. So all these different packs all have something to do with some type of bleeding. And this is how we search for words. Accent mark goes at the beginning, and that will pull up a word specifically. For example, we see here the UC or Ultra Combination pack, which houses all kinds of frequency patterns throughout the computer, has come up in the search. And that's pretty much it. Very simple. So quick review. TCM accent, for example, that's going to pull up a pack. If I want to pull up something in the pack or see what's in it, maybe under E, I type in accent E, and that shows me everything that's in the TCM pack that has to do with E. And here we have the different elements and external cold and empty chi. And so very simple to search. If I want to know more about these elements, as I can see that there's some really good stuff here, 5-element restore, fire element restore, water element restore, etc. Maybe I want to know more about elements. So I'm going to type in accent mark element, and I see a lot of things come up, and different Ultra combinations for different muscle regions and organs, etc. So very simple to do. Accent mark goes to the beginning of the word to search for a word. It goes at the end of a word to search for or end of a letter combination to search for a pack. And I will show you an Easter egg real quick. We call them Easter eggs because they're encoded at the end of the line. This one, called Meta, is the Meta pack. Now, the reason it doesn't actually have pack letters and it uses the term meta is because, as you can see, it pulls from all kinds of different types of packs. And so it's not really a pack, it's more of a Easter egg or a way to link certain things together that have specific properties. This case being metaphysical is what meta stands for. And you can find these Easter eggs by looking at the end of different lines. If you look at the end of a line, after the closed parentheses of a line, you will see perhaps a letter combination or word. That's an Easter egg. If you see something like that, you can type that in, and it will show you a whole series of things that relate to that particular aspect of whatever it was you were looking at. In this case, all metaphysical stuff. Psychic systems, perverse energy removal, oppression, chakras, dimensions, Taiji poles, etc., etc.